breaking news.
A massive fire spews thick smoke into the sky above Dayton. Good afternoon. I'm Marcia Bonhart. Crews are at Franklin Iron and Metal on 1st Street near Burlington. Residents and workers in the area are being warned to stay inside until the Environmental Protection Agency can determine if the smoke is toxic. Sonu Wasu has been keeping you updated on air all morning. Kicking off now our team coverage live at noon with breaking details.
Well, Marcia, the plumes of smoke have gotten larger and thicker in just the last hour that we've been here. Now, whatever's in there has been burning fast and furiously, and right now the biggest challenge for firefighters is water. They just don't have enough of it. What you're looking at is about 3,000 junk cars and appliances like freezers and dryers on fire. The firefighters have been pouring about 5,000 gallons of water on that pile for the last few hours here, but the chief tells me they need at least 15,000 of gallons of water to put this fire out, and right now they have nowhere close to that amount, so all they can do at this point is to try and contain these flames. Fire officials tell us all of this started just after 4 o'clock this morning with a good-sized fire in a pile of cars here at the scrapyard, but after a series of explosions, these flames spread very fast. And right now, joining me is Chief Ron Fleming with the Dayton Fire Department. Chief Fleming, what is the very latest at this hour?
Well, as you said, we just don't have the resources to contain this fire. The entire pile is nearly on fire now. There's in excess of 3,000 cars, which makes up only 60% of what's in there. There's refrigerators, freezers, furnaces. Our main concern is that with the amount of smoke in the metals, we're afraid it's producing what is called heavy metals, which is a very severe carcinogen. The smoke is going up, and it's basically dropping down on the Children's Medical Center. So we have representatives over there. There are plans in place for them to protect themselves with their ventilation systems. As I said, we do have Wright Pat and Dayton Airport crash trucks. It's really not doing much, if anything. This is going to burn until it goes out, which is going to be quite a while.
And in terms of water, you know, we're talking not enough of it. How are we going to get 15,000 gallons of water here?
We're not. I mean, the water mains in this area are maxed out because, as you can see, the pile is 100 yards by approximately 25 to 50 yards. It's 50 feet high, and it's burning on the bottom, and it's moving. And even if I had 15,000 gallons, it wouldn't go out.
And, you know, we are hearing a series of explosions. I know we've heard quite a few here just in the last half hour. What are these explosions stemming from?
The cars are not supposed to have fuel tanks, but we think they do. There may be things in there that they're not supposed to. As you know, 2 days ago, they found a live artillery shell, which certainly shouldn't have been there. So we don't know what's blowing up. Some of the bangs could be tires, but I doubt that because all the tires are flat. So we really don't know what's in there.
And in terms of that artillery shell, there's been a lot of questions. Does that have anything to do at all with this fire?
We don't know. It has nothing to do with the fire, we don't believe. However, this fire did begin at 4 a.m. They do have security on site who didn't see anything, but we don't know what caused the fire. We don't know if they do shred and the metal gets hot, and that could have been it. But when they first arrived, they had a fairly significant fire. There was a major explosion that blew flaming debris across about half of the pile, and it went from a big fire to a very big fire in just a few minutes.
One more quick question. I understand that there's a fire truck that might be in jeopardy near the flames there?
Well, we've already abandoned one fire truck. It's in the back. It's protecting a building, but due to the smoke conditions, I moved the crew out because the crew could not be there. They could be on air, but that'd only be for 30 minutes. And when this is all over, we're hoping that our fire truck's still back there. We don't know, and we can't see. So
Thank you so much.
We just don't know.
Appreciate all the information here. As you can see, this is a very serious situation. This fire is expected to be burning all day. We'll be live here throughout the hour and throughout the day with live updates for you. Reporting live in downtown Dayton, Sonu Wasu, 2 News on your side.
Now, you heard Sonu describe that giant cloud of smoke that's on the move in that area, and we have received reports it has traveled as far south as Moraine. It's also lingering over the neighborhood, as you heard, near the Dayton Children's Medical Center. So we find Jordan Burgess there, who's been talking with residents in that area, and we're going to ask him how are the folks who live near the hospital handling the dangers.
Well, right now, this smoke is a big concern to them. Take a look. You can see it still billowing up into the air from that fire. Now, we're just north of that fire here across from Children's Medical Center. And if you watch the trail of smoke, you can see it start to spread into the neighborhoods. This gray cloud over here looks like rain, but ladies and gentlemen, that is in fact smoke from this fire. And if you want an idea of what some of this stuff that's falling is, this is what a neighbor gave us, some of the debris that's falling from that smoke. We had ash rain down on us a little bit before that, and firefighters tell us at this point that there are possibly carcinogens in that smoke from the heavy metal, so this is a very serious situation. And take a look at some video of that smoke from just a short time ago as it pours into this neighborhood near Children's Hospital. People are being told to stay inside their homes by city officials, but many are still out in their neighborhood as if this were just a normal day. But that smoke that blocked out the sun at one point makes this anything but a normal day. We caught up with a few people in this neighborhood. One person described the smell as burnt tires or rubber, but some of the heavy metals are what have officials worried. One lady visiting her granddaughter in the hospital told us she's concerned.
Oh, yeah. I mean, people with asthma, and my granddaughter's getting ready to come out of the hospital with just having surgery, and she's got asthma. And I know it's going to be hard on her to breathe.
My mother has asthma, so my concern for people would be that they'd have breathing problems from this.
And right now, that smoke continues to pour from that fire into these neighborhoods. Now, Children's Medical Center has taken some precautions. They say they're urging employees and people to stay inside their building. They've also cut off their fresh air vents. That's what they've done so far. And we're also being told by officials that if you start to feel dizzy or have shortness of breath and you've been breathing in this smoke, that you should go get checked out at a hospital. And we'll continue to follow this story throughout the day. But for now, reporting live, Jordan Burgess, 2 News on your side.
And again, as you just heard, Jordan, we want to mention again the question number, the hotline number is 225-6217, and EPA officials will test the air, but for now, as Jordan told you, you are asked to stay inside. This helpline number is for anyone who's worried about smoke billowing.